that, let's get in the management of Healthcare Global. BS Ajay Kumar, the founder and executive chairman of Healthcare Global, is joining us. So, firstly, to start off with, sir, in you earlier you had guided that you would achieve 20% EBITDA margin by the end of Q4 of at the start of Q1 FY25. Is that progress on track currently for the company?
I think at that point we were not having any acquisitions in mind. As you know, we acquired Indore, and also we did complete acquisition of Nagpur, which are very positive for our growth. And because of that, what we feel is we may not be able to achieve 20%, but I will talk a little bit about that. And we may be able to do that in the last two quarters of the coming new year. And this we have to keep in mind also the differential. Our mature centers, as it is, have a 24% margin already. And our center of excellence in Bangalore, for example, has a 30%. And so also our Cuttack center. So what I want to convey is there is a differential. Whenever a new center comes, when we acquire, it takes time for it to build up, and it actually draws down your EBITDA for a short period of time. So I think that is the period we're in right now. But as we go forward, as we have said, we will achieve the 20% at the group level. But there will be a period of little bit of a lag from what we have said in the past because of our recent acquisition and some structural changes, which we think were done for a positive way.
So, okay, Anisha, you can go.
Yeah, sure. So when you say 20% will take a bit of a time, can you tell me what is the updated timeline now? Will it be towards the end of this, FY25? And also with respect to these acquisitions or the new centers that you're opening up, they will definitely add to the top line as well, right? So what kind of revenue growth do you envisage on back of that?
So yeah, we have, as you can see here, our revenue growth has been very good. And we'll continue to see our revenue growth in the 10 to 12% range. Our new centers are growing at much higher rate, something in the region of 20-25%. Our mature centers, depending on where they are located, they're between 10 to 12%. So 12% is the growth will happen. And our EBITDA, as you said, the margin, we think it will be towards the third or fourth quarter of this coming year we'll be able to reach. That is what internally we're working on. But once again, we have, for example, just announced, we are putting a new center in North Bangalore, very prestigious place. We have our new center in Whitefield is also coming. So with these things, we have to see whether that will get tweaked. But with our expansion project in Ahmedabad, which is very positive, we are fairly confident at this point of achieving this goal.
Okay, and when it comes to the emerging centers, last time you had guided to achieve a margin of around 11 to 15% and also break even in Mumbai and Kolkata region. So was that achieved, or is that progress on track at least?
Yeah, we believe the Mumbai Borivali center has better than achieved a break-even point. We are at actually in the upper 20s, the mid-20s in the margin, and it has done extraordinarily well. Our South Mumbai center, which is a very small center, is not broken even. It is, I think, in the second quarter of coming year it will. Our Kolkata center, has done well now, but initially we did have some trouble. But we believe the movement is in the right direction and things are going very well. We have broken some revenue guidelines we had. So with this, our break-even will happen again in the second quarter of this year.
Second quarter
of the coming year, sorry.
Sure, second quarter of FY25 is when you will see that break-even. But if I can ask you the expectation with respect to the ARPOB and occupancy as well, how's that expected to trend? Because the international patient revenue was ramping up as well.
Yeah. As you can see, our ARPOB has actually significantly grown, 16% or so growth. And I want to take a minute to say, our HCG, as you know, is a mixture between major cities, tier 1 cities, tier 2. Because when you look at it, our major cities ARPOB is, in keeping with the standards or higher. For example, they are in the upper 70,000. But when you look at, obviously the centers where we are dependent to some extent on the schemes and that more dependent on that, our ARPOB will be less. But our ARPOB on an average, as you said, have grown significantly now in the region of 42,000. And we think this will continue to grow at a rate of 10 to 12%. But the growth mixture will be more in our bigger cities, and that is where we are focusing. The very fact we are putting 2 centers in North Bangalore and Whitefield, we are putting 100 bed to 200 centers in Ahmedabad, expanding, will definitely add to the RPOP and go up. And our average length of stay also is going to come down because of the technology, robotic surgeries and all program. And that will obviously help in the efficiency and improve the RPOP.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for giving us those details.